Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan, the YouTube channel that is not hosted by a sociopath, a narcissist, or a grifter. No, you have me, a simple music producer slash philosopher. Well, despite our channel's positive name, anyone who knows a bit about our channel knows my specialty here on Vegan YouTube is responding to complete nonsense. People saying stupid things about veganism. So I thought it'd be fun for me to share with you guys what I think were the stupidest things said about veganism in 2023. And I know there's a few more days left in this year, so we'll see if anyone takes the cake and says something even stupider here. So anyway, let's start here. I'm not presenting these stupid people in any particular order, but I'm going to save the stupidest one for last. So let's start off right with my first stupidest clip of 2023. And this one took me by surprise when I saw it. It's by some YouTubers I had never heard of. And I thought I've heard pretty much every reason why a person doesn't want to go vegan. And this one was new. They made an if-then conditional statement. You'll see, if a certain situation or condition is met, then it's okay to eat these animals. Let's check this out.
See, this is the problem with these vegan activists. We love, well, you love, I don't know how many animals you love, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't love all animals. I love certain types of animals. I don't love crocodiles. I don't love Komodo dragons. And I certainly don't love snakes. I like cats, dogs, and animals that are generally domesticated. I will kill my own, I'll kill animals to eat them. I'm not going to kill dogs and cats because they live with us. But I don't love all animals. The problem with vegans is that they pretend like they love all living creatures, and they don't. They don't.
So anyway, the name of their YouTube channel there is Midnight Rubbish, which is very appropriate because pretty much everything this guy said in this video is total rubbish. So did you catch his logic there? So if he hates an animal, then he finds that's the justification he needs to eat it. So yeah, he hates crocodiles and snakes, and last time I checked, those weren't like typical foods you can buy in Great Britain, so he must therefore hate other animals, like say pigs. Like, who hates pigs? Who hates cows? Like, what kind of sicko? But that's what his argument is. If he hates an animal, so therefore he must hate cows, chickens, and pigs, and lambs and goats, whatever, in order to eat them. Yeah, very convenient and just very horrible reasoning. All right, so next up is a Professor Giles Yao, again of Great Britain, not picking on you guys out there, and he thinks veganism is a diet for the super well-to-do. It's a diet of elite privilege.
The biggest myth that I want to bust is that it's a diet for everybody. It is not. Veganism, plant-based in particular, is a diet for the privileged people who can choose to do so. I can choose to do it. You can choose to do it. If you live in a developing country, okay, or, no, let me stop that. Not even living in a developing country. If you are Mrs. Smith, working 2 minimum wage jobs, okay, in this country, trying to feed your kids, are you really going to be concerned with your pulses and making sure the supplements are right to actually feed your kids so they can have a vegan diet? No, you want to feed your kids, all right?
Well, if Mrs. Smith is truly on a tight budget, well, welcome to my world. And that's why I'm so happy that I eat some of the least expensive foods in the market. Please, Professor Yao, tell me what can be less expensive than buying, like, say, a 20-pound sack of potatoes for like $10, or getting a 20-pound bag of rice for like $15. I mean, these last for weeks, if not months. But anyway, and the supplements, those are really expensive. No, once again, let's get it back to Great Britain here. I happen to purchase my supplements from the Vegan Society in Great Britain, and worked out the math. It's like less than 10 cents a day. So yeah, Mrs. Smith would do well on a vegan diet like mine and taking the same supplement that I take. So let's move on to the big YouTube channel, What I Learned. From what I can tell, this guy's a paid shill of the meat industry. His videos are just complete meat industry talking points. But anyway, it was hard to pick just one stupid thing he said in his video about how veganism is bad for you. But if I could pick one, it's a stupid segment he tried to put out into the world to prove that vegan diets inherently cause bloating, of all things.
Another possibility is the vegan diet has impaired digestion.
Bloated a lot.
Bloating.
Bloated.
A severe bloating.
Bloated like I was 4 months pregnant.
Really bad gastrointestinal issues.
Digestive illnesses like this that were so severe.
Bloating and a lot of gas, like
a lot of gas.
Issues, digestion.
I think as many vegans normalize bad digestion.
It's just something that you kind of like normalize when you're vegan.
No, that's not something you just kind of normalize as a vegan. I've been vegan for over 13 years. I'm in my mid-50s. I don't experience bloating. Am I just weird? I'm one of the lucky ones? No, I don't think so. I mean, look at all those people that he showed in that clip there. I mean, I responded to about half of them. And these people that I responded to, I don't know about the other half, all have some curious things in common. They did really bizarre things as far as like how they ate and their behavior, such as like raw food diets for many years, not eating any cooked food. That's got to mess up your microbiome. Fasting, like doing water fasts, a bunch of them did that. And drinking urine. Yes, two of the guys they showed there practice so-called urine therapy. And some of them just had long-term digestive problems that they had before they were vegan, and the digestive issues still continued on. But no, this is not normal. This is not what a vegan diet causes. Don't take my word for it, and don't take what I've learned's word for it. Neither of us are health professionals, even though he's a paid shill from the meat industry, as far as I can tell. Look at, say, health organizations from around the world who have reviewed the scientific research. The scientific consensus is that a well-planned vegan or plant-based diet is nutritionally adequate for all people in all stages of life. And notice here, there's not some little asterisk, but will cause severe bloating. It's like some kind of bizarre late-night medication TV ad. All right, so this next clip probably wins the award for the most frightening, stupidest thing said about veganism in 2023, and it comes from a former vegan making their Why I'm No Longer Vegan video. This is from a couple who go by the name of Wild We Roam, who moved out into the wilderness to build a homestead, and they had all these reasons why they couldn't be vegan there, and now at least one of them is looking forward to watching an animal get slaughtered and experience it as a spiritual experience.
We also have friends who like raised goats, and like they killed the goat at their land and like did it in a very like, I mean, it's hard. I feel like my words are gonna get twisted. But I'm like, if I'm going to eat an animal, I would like to be able to like witness its death and make that like a very sacred experience.
So how is watching, firsthand witnessing a living, breathing, conscious, sentient being who has feelings and emotions and feels fear when they're about to get slaughtered or in the process of getting slaughtered, how can you equate that to a sacred religious experience? All you're doing here is trying to, in your mind, do all these mental gymnastics to twist what's inherently a horrific process, ending an animal's life needlessly, and trying to twist that into something beautiful, which it's not. This is, I just linked to my video. I could go on for a long time about this, but let's move on to something a little more lighthearted, like Candace Owens.
There is an element of veganism that I have always felt is fundamentally anti-human. But the idea that you do not want humans to eat what they need to survive, and you will allow yourself to become sick. I mean, go look.
Go look. Say, let's go look at my blood labs that I've been sharing with you guys since I started my vegan YouTube channel back in 2013. Not deficient, not sick and dying. In fact, my doctors, Candace, my doctors say, hey, what you're doing is working for you. Most people that come in your age, at my age, have like diabetes or pre-diabetes. They're on all these medications. I'm on none. I play basketball and lift weights all the time. I'm slam dunking in my mid-50s. And hey, maybe I'm just a freak, Candace. I'm just really lucky. I have great genetics. Nope, it's not that at all. Once again, it's the opinion of health professionals around the world. Their consensus is that a well-planned vegan diet, plant-based diet, is nutritionally adequate for all people. So, Candace, maybe you should actually look into the matter and see what the scientific consensus is before you just make up a bunch of nonsense that's probably funded by the meat industry as well, I'm guessing. Speaking of which, here's an anti-vegan dietitian going off on TikTok saying stuff that, again, sounds just like talking points straight from the meat industry, ignoring all the science that says otherwise.
We need a certain amount of protein and calories to fuel our body. You cannot do this with just fruits and vegetables. If you do, we've seen people actually die from this.
So why is it when people like her and Vegetable Police refer to vegans who diet eating a vegan diet, they always show people doing some kind of weird, extreme, restrictive diet, like involving fasting or raw foods and under eating? That's not what a vegan diet is. So yeah, you can starve yourself and get sick or even die, and that's true on any diet, plant-based or not. But yeah, she's not the only one we found on TikTok. This is the year I discovered TikTok Beef Lady.
I am not wrong, okay? Under some of these definitions, they say that you have to be so strict that you cannot use any animal byproduct, and that is not possible in today's society. So if you would like to throw away your phone and go live in a stick house...
Yeah, TikTok Beef Lady believes vegans are hypocrites because she found a few weird definitions from like people that have like maybe 30 followers who define vegan in a really bizarre way, and meaning that like a person that causes no harm whatsoever, and if you cause any harm to any animals, you're not vegan. Why find these weirdos? Why cherry pick? Why not find some definitions that actual vegans use, like say from the Vegan Society, one that goes back to the 1940s, and it makes no mention about absolute perfection, no harm whatsoever. And there's many rights-based definitions you could have used as well. But no, yeah, cherry pick, find these lame definitions that no one I know uses and use that as your definition for veganism. Yeah, you debunked us. Good job, TikTok Beef Lady. And to show how fair and objective and open-minded I am, vegans can say stupid stuff too.
The 3 reasons why raw food truly does reverse and heal and eliminate all disease. And I will stand by what I say, all disease. And I will stand by it with conviction, with certainty in the deepest part of my soul.
Is total grifter nut jobs. I mean, reality challenge people like this guy, this raw food guru, that create all these problems that I have to end up responding to. They're the ones that create all these people eating these extreme restrictive diets. And in his case, he's trying to find people who have illnesses, diseases, and instead of them seeking proper professional medical help, just eat a bunch of raw crap and it's gonna go away. Grifter hardcore here. And if you thought that was too easy for me to show some wacky, zany stuff from a raw food guru, which is just exactly par for the course, let me show you a non-raw vegan that said stupid stuff this year, Dr. Leo Venus.
And the other side note as well, of course, is that eating meat is something natural. Like I said, almost every person on the planet does it. It is completely normal.
Good job there, Dr. Venus, employing a logical fallacy. It has several names, appeal to mass or popularity or something like that. It just means if there's a sufficiently large amount of people that do something, in this case, eat animals or kill animals, it must be okay then, because a lot of people do it. And you could apply that sort of reasoning to all sorts of things, like tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people get murdered every year. Therefore, it's totally natural. It's totally cool. There's so many people getting murdered, it's got to be okay, right? A lot of people are doing it. A lot of people are murdered. So yeah, this is horrible reasoning, and that's why you shouldn't try to learn about logic from some kind of doctor guy like Leo. All right, so here we are finally to the stupidest thing said about veganism in 2023, and it's one of the most recent videos I responded to from none other than Vegetable Police.
Starch-based, it's like you turn gray, very farty, starchy and slow and weird.
I eat potatoes all the time, and I seriously have no idea what he's talking about. Like, what is this stuff about farty and turning gray and being weird? I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Whoa. I'm normal now. Good thing I drank all that urine and turpentine. Just kidding. So anyway, guys, leave your questions and comments down below. Let me know what you thought was the dumbest, stupidest thing said about veganism in 2023. Let me know if it was something I covered here or if it was something that you saw elsewhere and I didn't talk about. I'm really curious to see what you guys say. So please comment down below and hit like for this video. Please give it a share. Let the YouTube algorithm know that you like us, because it really doesn't. And we appreciate all your help. And if you want to get a book to show you how veganism is a healthy, balanced, sensible diet, I'll leave an ad up here for the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. I think it's an amazing book. Get it as a late Christmas gift if you're one of those late people. I'll take it to the post office as soon as I get any orders. Anyway, guys, thanks, and remember, doesn't suck being vegan.